Okay. Links Ave, transitional arrangements.
We've got Karen here to talk about that. Just by way of introduction, we've obviously had some significant safety concerns around the operation of Links Ave since I think it was late 2018, early 2019. We had about mid-2019, we had the first community representation in chambers about the unsafe environment, particularly for children. We threw everything but or even the kitchen sink at it of the corridor. So I'll hand over to Karen with that introduction.
Thank you, Nick. And on that note, I would formally like to acknowledge the Links Ave panel. They've tested us, challenged us, and worked with us to achieve some great outcomes really passionately for the Links Avenue themselves and the wider community. This, as Nick indicated, is the last phase for implementation of transitional improvements. So it's noting that a business case needs to be wrapped around it for some future and permanent change. In the community, at this, for example, removing all the parking on Links Ave is not appropriate at this time. So that said, this is the last phase that includes improvements outside of the school, enhancing the safety of the current cycle facilities, following feedback from local students and some of the challenges they face. And importantly, the next step is to reevaluate the operation of the cul-de-sac.
Over the top of some of that planning, because at some stage, Links Ave was determined as the bus route and the cycle route, and 200 buses a day go through that street. That's a residential street. And, you know, it beggars belief for me that that would have been part of the planning without talking to the community, without thinking, because then the bus lane goes in and then we develop the safety. So right back at the stage when you're planning the routes, to think that you're going to send, at the moment, 200 buses. If public transport over the next 10 to 15 to 20 years increases, how many buses will be going down a residential street with a school and children going to and from not only that school, but the school, 2 other schools in close proximity? So it's even an earlier look and think about where those routes are. And that was the biggest complaint from the residents that we heard constantly, was that the buses used to go down the state highway. That's where they should be, in that sort of numbers. Because then they've still got the layover in Lysander Street, which is another residential street that has something like 50 buses idling at any, through the day outside residential homes. So if you go right back to the planning of this, it is appalling, actually. And
environment, particularly for children, we threw everything but or even the kitchen sink at it to
And you can stick one on the carrier, to 3 on the carrier.
Tyres up higher.
I saw one yesterday with 3 on the carrier.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Hey, I'm going to go and video record this.
Oh, yeah. What's the tyre pressure on yours?
Oh, low as possible for the sand and the beach.
Oh, yeah. All right, have fun.
They needed to make it 2-way, didn't they? It's not safe on the other side. Hello! Oh, you got the coolest ride ever. Love it. Is this the primary school or kindergarten run? There's a lot who deliver their kids on bikes around here. And then there's the older ones who can just barely ride or are bumbling around on the footpath as well. That's so cool. Keep safe. So that bus driver worked it out.
Yeah,
Hit the brakes.